And it would appear we are live. I'm going to... There we go.
Ta-da!
So, hello everybody. How we all doing? Hey, check it out. I set up a stream, and I'm kind of sort of on time. Holy crap! Of course, we are here for reading 5-minute Avengers stories. We're going to wait a few minutes for everyone to get into the channel here. Is the music too loud, Raven?
Yes, the music's too loud.
Music's too loud. Sorry about that.
And it's gonna get you dinged for copyright anyway.
No, this is royalty-free stuff, actually.
Oh, okay.
Better?
A little bit.
A little bit.
That's good, yeah.
That's good?
Oh boy, the lag.
Oh boy, the lag. But it
Yes,
sounds okay.
you just showed the book.
Oh, jeez. We are at a bit of a quandary, however. In spite of my attempt to attract more $10 and up patrons and to get them to participate in the voting process, I got 0 votes on what it is that I should be reading from this book here.
Oopsie.
Yeah. I got 2 votes on YouTube, from whom I can only assume are not $10 patrons of mine. They voted for the first block of stories and the third. What should we do, tiebreaker?
Let me take a peek. Let me take a peek at the announcement. I don't remember which is which.
I will tell you. The first block of stories included Daybreak, Small Hero, Big Thrills, No I in Team, and Practice Makes Perfect. And the third block included Freaky Thor Day, Robin Hawk, Friends for Life, and The Rise of a New Team.
I don't like either of those.
You don't like either of those?
No.
Well, since...
If I was choosing, I'd choose the fourth block.
I was going to say, since you're the only patron who's voicing some kind of an opinion here, do we just give this one to you?
Well, we've got some people in chat. Why don't we ask them if they like the fourth block?
Ah, good idea. What are they saying?
You guys know what the fourth block is? Read them off, baby.
I do not remember what the fourth block is.
That was the one that you asked my opinion to asked me to put together because there were only 12 stories.
Yes. I do remember that it included Freaky Thor Day.
Birds of Prey, Penguins, Birds of Prey.
Oh no, that's the other book.
Oh poop. Okay, sorry, I'm confused.
It's all right. Let's see. What did I say for the fourth block? I said. Let's look at my post on Patreon where I can just read it. I've currently got my air conditioner on. Is that too loud?
Yes, that's what's causing the problem with the audio.
Ah, well.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'll turn it off in a moment. The fourth block of stories included Small Hero, Big Thrills, Not Easy, Being Big and Green, Freaky Thor Day, and The Rise of a New Team.
I think that's a good one to go with, especially since someone said, I want Freaky... Well, they said Freaky Floor Day, but I think they meant Freaky Thor Day.
Freaky Floor Day.
Yeah, a couple people are saying
it's an
Freaky
Ultimate
Thor
Story.
Day. So, since that's included in the fourth block, and I would like the fourth block, let's do the fourth block.
Okay. Let's see.
And next month, vote, guys.
Yes, please do. I want you guys to participate.
$10 patrons. We're talking to you.
Yes. Let's see. I am giving you the list of
Jalix Turner says that they would watch you read the phone book, Bobsheaux.
A. Aronson, 555-3226.
Oh my God! We're gonna be drawn as Garth and Lily.
Oh no!
Humanized versions of Garth and Lily.
Oh dear.
Oh, pardon me.
And that's why. Who's
Quit making fun of me!
I'm
It's a
not-
normal sneeze!
It is a normal sneeze. I'm sorry, who's drawing us as Garth and Lily?
David Daltrey says, "Hey Bob and Raven, a friend of mine has been planning to draw you guys with his humanized versions of Lily and Garth soon."
David, we love that you're watching us, and we love that this friend of yours is watching us too. But for the safety of your friend, don't draw Raven as Lily. Raven is many things. She is many things that I love. I love Lily. She does not want to be Lily. She despises cute.
It'll be cute. It'll be cute. Don't tell people what to draw of us.
But that kind of cute is okay?
I'll let it go this time.
Okay, but if someone draws
Hold
you...
on, I have to ban E. Garcia for telling me to do the Gilbert Godfrey voice. Just a moment. Ban. I'm just kidding. Shame on you, E. Garcia.
Oh, that's okay. This one's for free.
Okay, now you're on your own. Good luck. Bye.
Wait a minute. No, come back, baby. Come back. I'm sorry. All right.
Oh my goodness, I sneezed my face off. Pardon me.
Got any staples, Jerome?
Ooh.
Oh, I hope they don't ruin that.
I'm really concerned. Really concerned. I've never been so concerned about
Homicidal
about
maniac.
Gotham. Yeah, about Gotham. They're doing so good, you know?
I'll be right back. As I go turn off my AC here. This is apparently too loud. And there it goes.
I am looking for suggestions, guys. I'm getting the ones that I see you making suggestions of. So far, we've got Gilly Godfrey and the Crypt Keeper.
Nice.
Oh, ha ha ha, Claire.
Oh, what did Claire say?
Raven is the beast and Bob is Belle.
That will not be necessary. Do you know why? Because
Why?
I can actually sing.
Ooh! Ooh!
Boom.
Wait a minute, are you saying that I can't?
No, I am saying that Emma Watson can't.
I can't do voices, Claire. I know who you're talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. The skinny lady from Hercules. Yzma? No, the Emperor's New Clothes.
Oh, Emperor's New Groove, Yzma?
Yeah, Yzma? Is that how it is?
Yes, but, have you tried doing her?
I don't do voices. Okay,
Remember, you are channeling the great Eartha Kitt.
I can't do Eartha Kitt. I can't do voices. I suck.
You do not suck.
Hi, Crimson Track.
What was
Remember to vote next month. They said, "Oh, I forgot to vote on Patreon." Tell me what voice that you want, and I'll make sure it gets on there, Crimson.
that? Yes, there you go. That's a good compromise.
They gave $2 to say, "I forgot to vote on Patreon."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, yeah, tell your voice, and we'll make sure it gets on there.
Yes.
If he does it, which he does most of them, but there are a few he doesn't.
I'll do it.
Let's see, who have I missed? I've got Crypt Keeper. Oh, that's a good one. Gotta find it on my list.
I'm not going to ask what it is.
Nope, you have to be surprised.
Yes.
You got your bonus book ready?
I found it, and
Guys
I
are
got
gonna
it
love
ready.
the bonus book. It's so cool. It was such a fan.
Yes, and you guys are going to love it too.
Oh, and be sure to say who the books were written and illustrated by.
Good points. Good points. Let's see.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Lots of different writers in Marvel here.
La 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 la. Do do do.
Oh, boy. You reminded me, Raven. Spoiler alert for everybody. Cinderella won the vote for a remake month, and that's what I'll be doing next after my latest review is finished. And by the way, I apologize for the delay on this current one. But we were discussing the use or lack thereof of some particular songs within this movie. And suddenly, Raven, you're making me think, why wasn't When This Is Love the waltz that they danced to? Or So This Is Love.
Mm-hmm.
So This Is Love. Mm-hmm. Come on.
They want to know, where's your troll suit?
My troll suit is safely stored away. Awaiting.
I'm sure you'll see it again.
Awaiting my review for Trolls 2, I'm sure. And you're just gonna love that, aren't you, baby?
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
Oh, that was such
I thought
a joy.
you made an adorable troll.
Thank you. Die in a fire. That was so funny, going to my seamstress Jill, who has done so many wonderful projects for me. Like my Batman suit, for example. I go to her with this idea for a troll outfit, and I'm telling her, who, again, is really a really talented seamstress, I tell her, can you make this look like a 5-year-old did it? And she said, okay. So she's working on it, and she's about to put a little finishing touch here, and then she tells herself, no, I gotta pull back. I can't do it just right. It needs to be kind of crap. And she wasn't really sure what it was that she was supposed to do, but when she finally showed it to me, and I saw it in its kind of, sort of lackluster glory, I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. Jill, thank you. You're welcome. That was a fun project.
How familiar are you with the Kim Possible character voices?
Not at all.
Okay.
Sorry. How many other folks we got in China right now?
What's that?
How many folks we got in China right now?
30.
30. Nice. Good number.
Yeah, just another few minutes. I figured maybe another 5 minutes, since we got here just 5 minutes late, which is practically on time.
Hey, 5 minutes
for
late,
us.
I'll take it. But hey.
Yeah, funny story. This was my wake up this morning. I'm running late. Good morning. Oh, I hope you're on your way because we have a live stream at 10. What? I thought that was tomorrow. Oh, it was supposed to be, but I got the date wrong.
I'm sorry. We forgot to actually look at a calendar when we were consulting dates.
Yeah, I slid into Java Run like it was the emergency room. Give me a coffee quick!
Ah!
Gotta go! Didn't get
Wow,
caught. I usually make my own
how-
coffee at home.
How ironic is that? This is the one stream that we had the least amount of time to prepare for it, and yet it's the one we kind of got on time for.
Well,
How the hell does that work?
You're bound to start getting the hang of it.
I think I've got it now, actually.
Oh, good. Okay. Here, let me
I've-
write voices. Don't talk to me. I'm writing voices.
Sorry. Fine, I just won't talk to you ever. Because you don't love me.
There's a Tim Burton Expo coming to Las Vegas.
When?
Stefan Brady says that. When, Stefan? We must know.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll be in August. Maybe we can take a side trip if we get together in August.
That'd be wonderful. And when we get together in August.
Yeah. I hope so.
Let's remain positive, my lady. That's how that works. Are we getting away?
Why are you drawing me as the Beast?
What?
My friend says a drawing of Bob in Belle's dress and Raven as the Beast can be arranged.
You have to be the Beast. I'm sorry, baby, but me in Belle's dress, it's too hilarious to pass up. I'm sorry.
You guys need to help him reach the $1,000 mark on Patreon. That way he can do drag show.
Yes. Just in case anyone hasn't visited my Patreon in a while, and by the way, I really need to update my intro video here. I have, for one of my goals, if I reach $1,000 a month, I am going to review the Rocky Horror Picture Show as a lingerie-wearing drag queen, not unlike Tim Curry's character. Oh boy, what am I doing?
That's going to be hilarious.
Yes,
Okay, I'm getting lost here. I'm getting lost in the... I don't think he's going to be able to do Spider-Ham. He just saw the movie one time, and he wasn't all that familiar with John Mulvaney.
I can give it a shot.
You can give it a shot? Okay.
A shot.
All right. Put it down.
I think I gotta...
That was an amazing movie. Loved it.
Well done, Sony Animation. Well done.
He doesn't have puppy dog enough eyes to convince me to try to talk like Gilbert Gottfried. I can't stand the voice, and I can't do voices anyway.
Honey,
No.
do you love me?
The lag hadn't even caught up. You're not even doing the eyes yet. I can just ignore you.
I can wait.
No.
Blink, 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 blinkity, blink, blink,
No
blink.
blankety blank. What is a Wacko Warner?
Wacko Warner is one of the 3 main characters in Animaniacs.
Do you know the voice?
I know the voice.
Okay.
I can give it a whirl.
He surprises me every time.
He sounds a lot like Ringo Starr, actually.
Someone has asked you to do a dramatic reading of the end user license agreement and the watching instructions on the tag of your shirt. No, Crimson, I have not yet gotten to your voice suggestion, or I missed it. You're not late, Matt. We are late. We were a little bit late, but we haven't started yet.
Yes, the important thing is that we're mostly on time.
Hans Moleman?
Yes, ma'am.
You know how to do that? Okay. Oh no, I lost everything. Where was I?
Oh no.
I'm trying to show these comments held for review. Someone asked for Puss in Boots, and oh, bad word. Come on. Some of the comments are being held for review because the language is questionable according to YouTube.
Wait a minute. You're looking at comments from the chat?
Yes. It was held for review because it was Puss in Boots.
YouTube can do that now?
Oh yeah, they've always been able to do that.
I never knew.
How are you guys managing to get almost nothing on the extensive list that I have of voices he's done before? So many new ones.
Because they're taking stock. They want to see what I can do with voices that I've never tried before.
Put you through your paces, man.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna earn this money.
They're getting their not money's worth.
Hey, some of them are tipping.
Some of them are tipping, yes, pardon me. They're getting their money's worth. At least I hope so.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, I thought I turned off my AC. Hang on. What are you still doing on?
I'm still getting voices, yes. I'm dreadfully behind. I'm hurrying as much as I can, but there's 35 people watching. And I don't care that Rob Thomas just posted an update Facebook. Leave me alone.
And there we
go. To answer your question, he's planning on doing the original Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I think we might be able to talk him into doing both.
Oh dear.
I kind of know. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I think I can convince him.
Oh yeah, and what can you do? Hmm?
I can do better than Pepe Dog Eyes, I tell you that. I know the combination to yours safe.
Oh bye. Pardon me, the camera tilts a little bit here. Let's see. Let me just go
Oh
back
god,
to
here we go, finally. That's definitely on the list. That's one of the standards.
what's one of the standards?
You know which one. Which one do you get last to do every single live stream?
Oh dear. Ooh, do a Bobsheaux impression. That's tricky.
Yes, Crimson, I got that. I have that. Definitely. Okay. Bob, have you heard about the British animated series on Netflix called Hilda?
I have not. Sorry.
Is it animated or is it anime?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. But while we are waiting for more people to come...
When I visit... No, I'm going to go visit him. Hopefully. I'm not going to shave his beard. I hate when he shaves his beard. He looks like he's 12. I don't want to date a 12-year-old. He's got some serious baby face. No, I can't do it.
Oh, stop it.
You too! You're like a little boy.
Yeah, but luckily that's the only thing, right? Hi-yo! While we are waiting...
Not supposed to be telling tales out of school, dear.
What?
You're not supposed to be telling tales out of school.
Oh, yes. Not supposed to. Gonna do it anyway. No. While we are waiting for more people to show up and for the name... for the voice suggestions to be finalized, I'm just gonna be over here entertaining myself, especially because there's a very particular movie coming out soon. Ah! Yeah! Cannot wait.
We have not yet seen Shazam, but we are really looking forward to it. And I have seen Fantastic Beasts. Have you seen Fantastic Beasts, the first one?
I have not seen Fantastic Beasts.
Okay. I took my kids.
That sounds like it might be a date night movie, which, by the way, I will not ruin.
Guys, I think we need to do a quick vote. When Maleficent 2 comes out, I think it should be a date night movie.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. There will be no voting. I know we live in a representative republic and all, but I am a benign dictator in the world of Bobsheaux. No! No!
Come on, guys!
There will be no Maleficent 2 for date night. That is a work movie. It's the first movie I ever walked out of. The sequel will not be able to fix that.
You don't know?
I know.
Deem the whole thing.
What?
The sequel could deem the whole thing.
How?
It just might.
Well, you know
Princess Daphne from Dragon's Lair. Do you know who that is?
No.
Sorry, Crimson. You don't have to pledge to get the next one, just as long as I see it.
Exactly.
He doesn't know how to do that one, though.
Sorry.
Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes.
Basil Rathbone. Let's put that down. Let's see what I can do with that.
Okay. We get to it. Like I said, they're coming up with so many that are not on the extensive list that I have here.
I've done so many other classic horror stars, might as well give him a go.
I didn't even know who he was. Yes, Raven has kids. Raven has 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them's grown. The other one's nearly grown.
They're still kids. They're still your babies.
My babies, yes. Always be my babies.
They will always be your babies.
Has Raven ever been drawn wearing DC Raven's outfit? Yes, actually. On DeviantArt.
Yes.
And was real. Well, I don't know if was that Raven. You know the one I'm talking about, don't you?
I need to look through my mail again, but I think you were drawn as DC's Raven in a piece of fan art that was sent to me.
Oh, okay.
But DeviantArt? No, I think that was you as Magica Dispel from DuckTales.
Yes. That. Oh boy, that looked good.
Mm-hmm. I have so many talented fans. I love it.
Yeah, we get some great fan art. We really appreciate all of it. Right now, There's someone on DeviantArt drawing really ugly, nasty stuff with my avatar to harass me because because I bully wolves. Whatever.
Yep, because...
Seriously, search for the Raven Fox, and because he keeps tagging me in this garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. He can't draw, and he's drawing all kind of crap.
Except for this
really
one
ugly.
image, which looks actually kind of competent. It looks like you're some kind of a velociraptor, I think. You know the one I'm talking about? It looks like you were drawn with actual structure and some halfway decent rendering. If that's the same person, then okay. Good for you. You have some nice drawing skills, but why are you wasting it on this? Okay, so she's a raptor. What does this mean? Is this insulting somehow?
Dragon Slayer is that arcade game that was made by Don Bluth.
Oh yes, I know what it is. I've just never played it. Or...
Snooper from Snooper and Blabber?
Nope.
How's your Trump?
You should know, baby. You've heard me do it once.
I have?
Yes.
Well, I'll put it down and I will try not to vomit. Just for you, Ren Wolf. Just for you.
I forget what the line was. It was something that was cut from my review while I was just messing around between takes, but it kind of threw you.
Actually, Bobsheaux has drawn me as Wonder Raven, not Wonder Woman, Wonder Raven in Wonder Woman's one of her least popular outfits that I thought was amazing.
It really worked on you.
Yeah, what review was that in?
That was actually my review for Super Buddies, which is on my patrons exclusive list.
Ah, yes.
So,
yes.
You know, dangling that carrot.
But it's in the intro. You could see a bit of it in the intro.
It's in the intro. Yes, it's in my
new intro.
It's in my new intro. It's funny. I first show Raven wearing
Hi,
Wendy's
Brandon.
costume from the Golden Age. It didn't work for her. Magic snap of the fingers and poof, 90s. And if I might toot my own horn, it is nice.
Yes, it's amazing. I love that costume.
Almost ready to go?
I think we are. We've got plenty of suggestions. There's 36 people here.
Excellent.
People will show up. And forgive me about the order, guys, because I've just been, like I said, I have this list, but I just circle stuff and okay, this one. But we shall start with Scrooge Mcduck. Oh, and first of all, tell us what story you're reading, who wrote it, who illustrated it.
I actually don't remember what our first story was. I sent the list to you.
You did?
Yes. On Skype.
Okay. Hold on. It is Small Hero, Big Thrills.
Small Hero, Big Thrills, which was written by Andy Schmidt and illustrated by Ron Lim and I think it's Rachel Rosenberg. Let's see, page 17. Skipping this Captain America story. Small Hero, Big Thrills. First voice was Scrooge Mcduck, you said?
Scrooge Mcduck.
You've heard of Captain America and Iron Man, but do you know about Ant-Man? You may have missed him, but he's only a few inches tall. But just because he's small doesn't mean he isn't a big hero. One night, when Scott Lang was walking home with a teddy bear for his daughter Cassie, two police cars sped by him with their sirens blaring. He was close to home, and not too happy to see that some sort of crisis was happening near where he and his daughter lived.
All right, ready for the next one? Beetlejuice.
It's showtime. When he looked where the police were heading, he saw a band of the Avengers' fiercest foes was loose again. A normal person would have done the sensible thing. Run for cover! But Scott Lang had a secret. He was not just a good guy with a young daughter. When he put on his costume, he became Ant-Man.
Everything Beetlejuice says sounds irreverent. It doesn't matter what he's talking about. It's like, yeah, really?
Kinda, yeah. Next voice.
The next voice will be... Crow T-Bot.
Ant-Man was no fool, though. He knew that he should call for help rather than take on the foes all by himself. He pulled out his phone and called Avengers Tower to report the attack. The Avengers were on their way. Phew, Ant-Man thought, but just as he started to relax, the supervillains were on the move. I can't just let them go, he thought. I've got to do something, even if the Avengers aren't here yet. The Avengers are here. See? There's Captain America and Iron Man right there. See? They're the Avengers and they're here. Art disconnect!
And now, Tom Servo.
When Scott thought about Cassie being so close, he got angry. No, he thought, I won't allow these bullies to get away! Knowing the Avengers would be there soon, Ant-Man jumped into action. He had all that he had to do was slow down the villains until the Avengers arrived. But then the superheroes would help. And then the superheroes would help. Ant-Man started with... Excuse me. Ant-Man started with Bartok, a martial arts expert sporting a tacky gold and purple suit. Even supervillains should dress sharp. Dude, you're not really one to talk about who's dressing tackily. Next voice.
Next voice is coming right up now, Don Knotts.
After Bartok, Ant-Man took aim at the biggest villain of the bunch, a giant head with tiny arms and legs called MODOK. This time, he called out to his flying insect friends and mounted a full assault right at MODOK's eye. Nothing can beat the swarm. I don't know, except maybe a can of raid. And just as the other foes were going to turn on Ant-Man, we turned the page to find, oh my god, it's the Avengers! Next.
Gilbert Gottfried.
It's okay, this one's kind of short. Some of the Avengers arrived! Holy crap! With the Avengers' help, none of the sinister villains would go free! Ant-Man may not have been as strong as Hulk, or have flown as fast as Thor, or even have had the cool gadgets that Iron Man had, but he sure was useful as they and some of the other Avengers tracked down the rest of the villains! Yes, the rest of the villains, like some pointy-headed guy and silver robots, which may be from where the Earth stood still? I don't know. Or maybe it's Ultron, I don't know.
One of your standards. Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. While the Avengers were going after the other bad guys, Ant-Man surprisingly was the best suited to take on Ultron by himself. The other Avengers could crack Ultron's sturdy armor, but the tiniest hero didn't even have to try. He simply sent his flying ants into Ultron's mouth and asked them to start pulling on everywhere they could find inside. Ultron never stood a chance. In fact, you might even say, they are tearing him apart, Ultron!
Good grief.
Oh, you love it.
Better than Gilbert Gottfried. I love it all. I listen to Tommy Wiseau all day long.
My voice is just
Here's
so
one of my
sexy and
favorites.
soothing. Sorry, what?
Here's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Joker, Mark Hamill.
Hawkeye found Baron von Strucker and Arnim Zola in a nearby warehouse. Hey, Ant-Man, Hawkeye called. I've got an idea. You want to help? You bet, Hawkeye. As Hawkeye fired his arrow at the two villains, neither of them suspected that another superhero was sitting on the end of it. In your face, evildoers! Ant-Man shouted. They never knew what or who hit them. So, wait, they strap Ant-Man to the front of one of Hawkeye's arrows and fire him at the villains? Seems to me the arrow would have been fine just by itself.
Yeah. Cool cat.
Black Widow tracked AIM agents to a lab, but the door was locked. She locked
no!
Oh no! She asked Ant-Man for assistance. Together, they were able to get inside the lab quickly and quietly and spring a big surprise on the would-be conquerors. Great work, Ant-Man, Black Widow said. You're my best friend. Yay!
Very good, very good. Again, I'll take that all day long over Gilbert Gottfried.
Seriously?
Yes! At least that's amusing. Let's have some Shatner Puss in Boots.
Oh, much to Iron Man's surprise, the Crimson Dynamo had upgraded his armor. Even an Iron Man, the Iron Man, needed a little help from Ant-Man. Oh, talk about leveling up.
No, Bob is not going to sing using Gilbert Gottfried's voice. Jeez, no.
Row, 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 yeah, boat!
Okay, goodbye. You're on your own again.
No, I'm sorry.
Vincent Price.
As the day came to an end, Ant-Man had become friends with the Avengers. He had helped them defeat many of their foes. Iron Man asked whether Ant-Man wanted to go with them to fight other villains, but was surprised when Ant-Man said, "Thanks a lot, Iron Man, but I'm going to pass on this one." Iron Man asked, "Why is that? You have bigger villains to catch?" Ant-Man laughed at Iron Man's friendly question.
Next, the Crypt Keeper.
As totally awesome as it is to help the Avengers save the city, and it was awesome, Ant-Man had something more important to do than play hero. "It must be pretty important," said Captain America. "No, not it, Cap," said Ant-Man. "She. My daughter is at home waiting for me."
Grover from Sesame Street.
Oh, and I've got a teddy bear to deliver. With his costume put away, Scott Lang was just Scott Lang again. Being a super Grover was important, but being a great dad was even more important. Cassie was thrilled to see her dad when he arrived, and even happier to see her new teddy bear. Whoa, teddy bear takes priority over daddy? That's just sad. He gave her dad the biggest hug ever. "Now I feel like a hero," thought Scott.
And that is the end of Small Hero Big Thrills. Yay.
Awesome. The next one we will be reading is Not Easy Being Big and Green.
Not Easy Being Big and Green. Written by Christina Garces, I think. And again, illustrated by Ron Lim and Rochelle Rosenberg. Let's see, what page was that? That was Green, page 77. Ah, there we are. Just give me a moment here whilst I refresh. There we are.
Before you get started, who is Nebula?
Couldn't say.
Okay. That's okay. They suggested 3, that you know the other 2.
First of all, I gotta get this out there just because of the title. The Avengers. Not easy being big and green. Thank you.
It's not. You have to sing it.
It's not easy being green.
It's not easy being big and green.
It's not easy being big and green. Shut up. Stop correcting me. Seems you blend into so many other ordinary things. When I think it might be nicer being Iron Man or Captain America or Ant-Man or someone much more colorful like that.
Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh,
I'm drawing a blank. Which one is Nebula? Isn't that, what's her name's sister?
Yes. The blue robot chick. Because I can do her voice.
You can?
I know.
Okay. Well, hey, I don't know. You do women's voices better than I would expect anyone to. A man to.
Oh, I thank you.
That's my favorite.
No, I don't remember her voice at all. Sorry. So, if not Nebula, then who?
Sam Elliott? You can pass.
Yeah.
Are you passing? Remember,
Passing.
I can't see you.
Sorry, yes, I'm passing.
How about the Terminator?
Being the Hulk must be incredible. He is one of Earth's mightiest heroes. He can lift a boulder 10 times his weight. His thunderclap can make the loudest boom. Watch out when he bangs his fist against the ground. His battle cry is known throughout the world as Hulk Smash! Who would not want to be the Hulk? I'm the Hulk!
How about some Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty?
Don't know him.
Okay. Can you do William Defoe's Green Goblin? I know you can.
Though the Hulk is a hero, people are afraid of him. Every day when he walks down the streets, mothers hold their kids tighter at the sight of him. Strangers stare at the Hulk in fear. Wow, I kind of sound like a villainous Stan Lee, don't I?
A little bit, yeah. He doesn't know Vegeta. I'm telling you, we've talked about this. No anime, no Dragon Ball Z.
I'm sorry,
can't do
people.
it.
I don't know any Dragon Ball characters.
Sorry.
Sometimes their mouths open in shock at the appearance. Hulk tries his best to ignore the looks, yet he can't help but feel a little sad when people call him mean names. Just look at that monster over there, a man shouted. Jim, stop it. You don't want to upset the monster, whispered the man's friend. Oh, and check it out. The Hulk's doing a little homage to Spider-Man number 50. He's Spider-Man no more. Next voice.
Next voice is Yzma.
Deep down, Hulk felt hurt and lonely. Hulk sad, he mumbled to himself. People don't know how to treat the Hulk, because he looks different from them. They just don't understand what it's like to be different.
No, Claire, that's not a bit of a stretch. That will definitely happen. He does a very good Harley Quinn. Now let's have some Kronk.
But that day was worse than usual. When Jim called him a monster, Hulk wanted to prove to everyone that he was good! But all that hurt and anger made it hard for Hulk to control his feelings, and he got an urge to smash everything! Hulk smash! He roared, and turned around. Hulk wrecked the pavement and made a big mess. Shocked and terrified, everyone stared at the Hulk. See, I told you he was a monster, Jim muttered. Hulk felt so misunderstood. Hulk sad!
Oh, we did that one. Can you do Merlin from The Sword and the Stone?
Embarrassed, Hulk decided to walk down a different street. As he made his way through the city, he heard a little girl crying. At first, he thought she was upset because of the way he looked, but then he noticed a kitten stuck in a tree. Little girl want kitty? Hulk asked the child. Please, I don't know how to get my kitty down, she cried. Uh-oh, this isn't a recipe for a disaster right here.
Hulk will get Kitty!
Meow, meow.
Oh no.
Hulk get Kitty! Hulk smash Kitty.
Oh no. That turned into a little bit of Grover too.
Yeah, maybe.
Spider Ham, Spider Ham.
Hulk reached his hand into the tree and helped get the pet back to its owner. The girl gasped with joy. Thank you, Hulk. Hulk realized a tiny ounce of kindness could go a long way. He knew he could be good. He didn't have to be the monster Jim thought he was. Because everything in the world revolves around what Jim thinks. Just then, Hulk got a call in his Avengers communicator. The Avengers need your help right now, said S.H.I.E.L.D. Director Nick Fury. Hulk ready, he shouted. So, what's the consensus on that?
I was pretty good. I think you need some more practice on that one because, like I said, you don't really know John Mulvaney extensively.
But I like the guy. I can watch more of his stand-ups.
Yeah. He sounds a little more sarcastic and nasal.
More sarcastic and nasal. Gotta earn
Yeah.
that next time. Next one.
I've just washed my hands. That's why they're wet. Yeah, I don't do voices. I'm terrible at it. George Takei.
Excited to prove himself as a hero again, Hulk rushed to join his mighty friends. The Avengers were on a mission in outer space against the most powerful villain of all, Thanos. Oh my. When Thanos attacked the moon, each Avenger took off in a different direction to battle his Outriders, but the Hulk wanted only one thing: to smash Thanos.
Remember, guys, he's not going to give opinions on movies in the chat or on the stream or anything like that, because these are movies that he might end up reviewing. And he doesn't want to say, well, since I'm not going to review this one, I'll go ahead and tell you what it's going to be. So we just have to keep that open. So no opinions on movies.
Yeah, sorry guys, that's not why we're here.
Wacko Warner.
Hulk took on Thanos head-to-head and caught the villain with a surprise punch. Hulk make Thanos pay, he shouted. Thanos and the Outriders were finally defeated. Hulk tried to remember he could be a hero no matter what people might call him, and that he could use his strength for good. Next voice.
Hans Moleman.
Soon afterward, Hulk spotted Jim and his friend from earlier that day. He heard Jim calling him a monster again and felt his anger boiling up inside. He wanted to smash something badly, but he knew he shouldn't. Yay!
Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
He got brain!
Enough.
Oi! Hulk no smash, Hulk said to himself. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a truck came flying down the street, headed straight for the name callers. Point! Hulk leapt out and stopped the truck from hitting them. Despite all the mean things they said about him, Hulk still protected the men. Jim was shocked that the Hulk had come to his rescue. You saved all our lives. Thank you, Hulk, said the truck driver. He explained, the absorbing man is wreaking havoc over there, and I was so scared that I drove away and fast and lost control.
Enough.
Cinema Snob.
Hulk didn't have a moment to waste. He knew what he had to do. He raced down the block and saw the absorbing man attacking citizens. Hulk angry, he grunted. He hated when bullies picked on innocent people. He knew what was the right thing to get angry about. The Green Goliath sprang into action. Without thinking, he crashed through a wall to stop the absorbing man in his tracks. Hulk smash, he yelled.
And Obi-Wan.
Wait, sorry. Gotta show this off. Oh, yeah! Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan, yes.
You're wasting your time. You'll never defeat me, the absorbing man said with a laugh. As the Hulk lunged at the enemy, he suddenly heard a voice from behind him. My spidey sense was tingling. Need a hand, buddy? It was Spider-Man.
That was good.
Really, with the spidey sense thing, I thought it was Captain America.
Rolf, the dog.
Hulk was surprised to get help, but he welcomed it. When the Hulk and Spider-Man put their strength together for good, no villain could win. Absorbing Man, no match for Hulk and Little Spider, Hulk shouted. With Spider-Man's help, the Hulk stopped the Absorbing Man. Hulk enjoyed being part of a team. The people who were mean to the Hulk now looked at the big green hero with awe. They began to realize that they were wrong about how they had treated him. Not often you see a guy that green have the blues that bad.
Mm-hmm. Now this is a kind of a strange request. Whoever it was, I don't remember who it was. Sad Michael Caine.
Oh boy. Hulk clobbered the bad guy with one mighty punch after another. So, I think you got a handle on this. Should I just cheer from the sidelines? Spidey joked. After Spidey webbed the absorbing man to the ground for the cops, Hulk shook hands with Spider-Man and headed back to the Avengers Tower, his home. How's that?
That was good.
Thank you.
Sad.
Yes, sad Michael
they
Caine
cried.
from The Dark Knight Rises. Bruce made Alfred cry.
Oh no. That's okay. In Gotham, Alfred makes Bruce cry.
You little bastard!
You know, we went back and looked and could not find that line, but I swear to you, I remember him calling Bruce a little bastard.
I remember that too.
It distinctly.
Mm-hmm.
They had to have gotten some crap for it and edited it out or something. There can be no other explanation.
Yes, Alfred is very much more Alfred-y in these later seasons, isn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely improved.
And
Early
that's
Alfred was a bit much, was a bit harsh.
And very much less Australian Ninja Butler!
Now, I don't begrudge Alfred being a badass.
He's supposed to be a very, very subtle badass. He's putting
Yeah,
the badassness
he-
away to be a butler. But
Yeah. But I kind of like that he's a badass.
it needs a cap on it.
Yeah. I
Yes,
guess
he is a badass, but when it's appropriate.
Oh, and Batmac said that was a good, sad Michael Caine.
Thank you.
Or at least they said, yay, you did say it's sad Michael Caine. I'm not sure if it was good. Was it good, Batmac?
I would assume yay means yes, it's good. Maybe.
Are we ready for the next voice?
We're
Where
ready
are
for
we?
the next voice, yes.
Okay. Where's my barf bag?
Oh, God. What is it?
Trump. If it's good, it's going to be nauseating. I can't stand his voice. Oh my god.
Sorry.
I almost can't watch the news, I'm telling you.
Hulk was starting to feel that he was good, but he knew he could be even better.
Oh. Go ahead. That's great, baby.
Black Widow and Hawkeye helped Hulk with his training and weightlifting.
Really? Hulk needs training with weightlifting? Okay.
Hulk's strong, he shouted. Hawkeye was a little worried, but he knew his friends would not hurt him.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank God.
This is me not doing his voice anymore.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes. I said it wrong before. I called it Basil. That's what it says, Basil.
Yes. Yes, we say Basil and you say basil. You say herbs and we say herbs. Because there's an effing H in it. Hulk was happy to be home, where his friends did not call him names or look at him like he was weird. They treated him like a normal person, and that was just what Hulk had always wanted. I saw you knock out Thanos, but can you win in an arm wrestling match against me? Thor teased. I'm rooting for Hulk, Falcon said with a laugh. Hulk grinned.
How's your Tony the Tiger? I can't remember.
It's great!
Okay.
Hulk learned that even though some people continued to find him scary, he was still happy to have his powers because he used them for good. And for the times when he forgot what made him great, see what I did there? He could always have his friends around to remind him. After a long day of fighting alongside the Avengers and Spider-Man,
Ooh, Spider-Man's not an Avenger? Ouch.
rescuing a child's kitty, and even helping his bullies when they were in need, Hulk realized something. Hulk hungry! The end.
And the next one we are reading is Freaky Thor Day.
Freaky Thor Day, written by Nancy Lambert. And illustrated by Mirko Pierfederici and Chris Sotomayor. Let's see, Freaky Thorday, page 125. Boop, 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 boop.
Hi, Brandon. I don't think he's going to be able to pull off Fred from Scooby-Doo, but he'll give you a Scooby-Doo voice. How about that? We will do some Scooby-Doo from Scooby-Doo. He'll either do Scooby or Shaggy.
I think I can do a little Shaggy for you there.
There you go, Shaggy.
Who actually has a last name, which I didn't know about, man. One morning, as the children of Hawking Elementary arrived at school, they heard a commotion on the street behind them. Thor and the Avengers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please silence your cell phones before the live stream.
Yeah, yours was going do earlier, so just shut your face.
At least it's not a gummy bear. Anyway, Thor and the Avengers had Loki cornered by the bus stop. Thor flung his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, at Loki. But Loki pulled a small glowing object covered in Asgardian runes from his pocket. He smiled deviously, and suddenly there was a loud bang, and red rays shot from the object in all directions. Zoinks! One of the beams glanced off of Thor's hammer and headed for a group of children on the stairs. Uh-oh.
Can you do it? Indiana Jones. I can't turn my phone off. My kid is wanting me to come pick them up and take them somewhere later today.
There are minions inside of my baby's phone.
Yes, there are. And my key to my studio is a minion key. I'm all about the minions.
Yes. Sorry, you said Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones.
One of the 5th graders, Kendra, was a student monitor for the kindergartners. And she stood with a group of... Are you okay?
just go ahead. Continue.
As she stood with a group of children on the school steps, she saw Loki's energy blast coming toward them. Kendra quickly lifted her backpack to block the beam and shield the younger kids. The blast hit her bang with a loud pop. Everyone was safe, but when the smoke cleared, Loki was gone.
Have I ever mentioned that I have a huge crush on Harrison Ford?
Do you need a smoke?
Maybe. Swoon. Brainiac. One moment. Pause. I'm sorry. There will be no nostalgia critic. None. Not going to explain it. Not going into it. Had to block somebody on Twitter for it. I'm not upset with you for suggesting it. I'm just saying, don't push. No nostalgia critic. Please don't suggest it. Carry on. Brainiac.
Brainiac. Pass.
Pass. Tigger.
Right away, Kendra felt a change in her backpack. It was heavy and seemed to pulse with energy. But before she could examine it more closely, the teacher hustled all the children into the school. Kendra craned her neck to catch one last glimpse of Thor, her favorite Avenger, before the door shut behind her.
Go ahead and get yourself something to drink. Take a couple of deep breaths. Are you feeling rushed?
No, I'm not. Why?
Okay. Just checking. Just checking in. Don't feel rushed. You're doing great.
Nope, Tigger's just a fast-talking character. That's what that's all about.
Yeah.
Next.
Yes, isn't he? Oh my God, he is. And it doesn't matter that he's getting older. He's just getting better. Huh, we're talking about your Harrison Ford, sorry. It's like Mark Hamill. I don't care how old he is. I'd eat that up with a spoon.
A spoon? It'll hurt more, you idiots.
That's not it. Okay, Dr. Claw.
Outside, Thor knew something was wrong. He grasped the handle of his hammer, Mjolnir, and spun it around. Nothing happened. Thor could lift Mjolnir, but it seemed to be an ordinary, powerless hammer. What is it? Iron Man asked Thor. Something's wrong. Though I still have my Asgardian powers, I think Mjolnir's powers are gone. I'll get you next time, Mjolnir's powers. Next time.
I love Dr. Claw. I love this next one, too.
That deserves a drink.
Yes.
And I lost my place. Crap.
Oh, no.
And what's the next one?
Edna Mode.
Oh, dear. There we are. Kendra headed back to the to science lab. She was pretty sure most exciting part of her day had already passed. Probably the most exciting part of her entire life, too. Nothing would stop seeing Thor in action. As Kendra walked into the lab, she adjusted her backpack, which still felt extra heavy. Suddenly, she heard shouting from the back of the room, darling.
Very good.
Next voice.
Oh no. I wrote this down, didn't even realize I wrote it.
Yes?
Beavis. Bleh.
Hey, Ian! If you get any more of that compound, the whole thing will blow! Fire! Kendra's friend Omar was arguing with his lab partner Ian. Kendra then ran over to their table. Ian was holding a vial of swirling red liquid over the bubbling beaker of their experiment. Just as Kendra reached him, Ian tilted his hand and began to pour the contents of the vial into the beaker, and it was awesome! It's like,
why are you so good at that?
I don't know.
Fred Flintstone.
Everything went into slow motion. Kendra saw the first drop hit the hot liquid, then an explosion that practically froze in time. Fragments of glass and boiling hot chemicals hung in midair as they sprayed toward her classmates. Kendra's backpack seemed to pulse with energy. She wasn't sure what made her do it, but she pulled off her backpack and began to spin it up and around in giant circles, the way she'd seen Thor swing a Mjolnir that morning. The green and blue bag spun perfectly, swirling around and around to create a perfect vortex that sucked up the explosion, neutralizing it.
Because, of course, that's the first thing to do when something starts to blow up.
Of course. I have sad news. A news thing just went across my phone notifications. Beetlejuice, the sequel, has been shelved, and Tim Burton doubts it'll ever actually happen. Sad.
Sad. Because really, only Tim Burton can do it. But he's not entirely comfortable doing sequels. If he doesn't want to do it, then yeah, it's not gonna happen. Crap.
Dansco 112 thinks that you look like a Texan Axl Rose.
Axl Rose. I know
my
the name.
God.
I'm not putting a face.
Guns N' Roses, baby. But you look much better than Axl Rose. Maybe in his day he was okay. I was never a huge fan. I'm more of a John Bon Jovi girl myself. I do like the hair. I'm seeing it about the hair. Whew.
You're welcome.
Yeah, just a little tidbit, guys. When Rob and I first started talking to each other, his hair was very short.
Mm-hmm.
Very short.
Yes, watch some of my videos from 2014. You'll remember.
Yeah. And he had been a while since he had gotten a haircut, and he mentioned, that he needed to go get a haircut. I'm like, well, I like it. I think it's really sexy long. And now you see where it is. He has never cut it since.
Oh, yeah. Soak it in, baby.
Oh, yeah. Okay, our next voice is... Da-da-da-da. Oh, here's one of your favorites. Herbert the Pervert.
Time snapped back into normal speed. No one was hurt. When Kendra looked down, her backpack was in her hand again. Had she imagined the whole thing? She looked around. Only one person seemed to have noticed what really happened. The new substitute teacher, Miss Castro.
Hey, Miss Castro was my teacher.
I had a Miss Castro, too.
Freaky. Freaky
like
for a
my
day.
second grade teacher.
She was my first, I think.
She looked at Kendra cautiously, then pulled out a phone with an odd symbol of an eagle on it and made a call.
My first grade teacher's name was Miss Kleinschmidt.
Miss Kleinschmidt!
And she did not like me.
Oh, of course not.
That's the teacher that went out when my parents came to pick me up from first grade. That she went out there and she says that they needed to have a talk with me because I was trying to take over the class.
Because you were the one, because she was the teacher you were correcting.
Yes. Corrected the teacher because she was asking the stupidest questions. I already knew the answer. Why didn't she? She was supposed to be the teacher.
Now, Raven, can you tell us what 8 times 2 is?
Well, not in first grade.
Well, but you know. Okay, let's see, first grade.
But I was reading at about a 4th grade level in first grade, so... Which she would say, you know, to correct the sentence, or what is this sentence supposed to say? And I'm like, why don't you know the answer?
Can you tell me the verb in this sentence?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
What, don't you know?
So why are you asking all these dumb questions? I was in first grade. I didn't know how things worked. Thought I knew more than her. Mr. Mitzelplick.
Mr. Mix's, Mrs. Pitlick?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. And whoever suggested this voice, kudos to you. Clever girl. At SHIELD headquarters, Thor and Nick Fury poured over a surveillance video of that morning's encounter. There, right there! Thor tapped on the screen. Looks like Loki's mystical blast glanced off of Mjolnir, said Fury. That must have stripped away the powers of my hammer, Thor said. But where did they go?
Is that Gilbert Gottfried?
That's Gilbert Gottfried.
I've been tricked. And then someone said Iago. No. I know that Iago is done by Gilbert Gottfried. I just didn't know that the Mitzelplick.
Whoever suggested that, I am fist bumping you from afar.
And I am banning you from chat.
No, don't do that. No.
Do it.
Don't ban him from chat. Come on. I love you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Are you done with that one?
I'm done with that one.
Oh, good. Torgo.
Torgo. Last question, but where did they go? Let's find out. Fury tapped the screen again, and they watched the video play in ultra slow motion. Just then, Miss Castro's face popped up on the communications screen. Agent Castro. Fury, Miss Castro said in a low voice. It's a good thing you stationed me at the school to monitor for after effects of the Avengers battle with Loki. You and Thor should come back to Hawking Elementary School right away. Something odd is happening. Thank you.
Stewie.
Sorry?
Stewie.
Stewie Griffin?
Yes. Is there any other Stewie?
I don't know. On her way to recess, Kendra tried to figure out what was going on with her backpack. She took a peek inside, but she didn't see anything odd or out of place. Something must have happened when it was hit with that blast, she thought. But what? She spotted Omar on the playground. He was being hassled by Ian and his cronies. A group of kids had gathered around them. Kendra jumped up and down to see over their heads. "Aw, Omar's little girlfriend is here to save him," Ian sneered. "Just shut it, Ian!" Omar shouted. Oh wait, wrong voice, wrong friend there. "Just shut it, Ian!" Omar shouted. "What did you say?" "I said shut it!" Next.
Joker Romero.
Ooh, before we begin, I gotta point this out. Apparently, Kendra here can use her backpack to summon the powers of Grayskull. Neat. Ian pulled back his fist to punch Omar. Kendra was too far away to stop him, but she had an idea. She held her backpack high in the air, the way Thor held his hammer. She felt energy crackling around her. Suddenly, lightning flashed and a powerful clap of thunder shook the air around them. Cracoom! Ian and the other kids gasping ran toward the school doors. "How did you do that?" Omar asked Kendra. Kendra shook her head in wonder. "Maybe," she started to say, But then she saw Miss Castro hurrying towards them. Sorry, Omar, I've got to go. Kendra ran from the playground. So long, kiddies.
Lord Zed?
Pass.
Morgan Freeman.
Thor and Nick Fury arrived at the school moments later. Ms. Castro met them at the door. Kendra's gone, she said. Where? Fury asked. I don't know. Agent Castro, did she have a backpack with her? Thor asked. Yes, she's done some rather interesting things with it today, Agent Castro said. Do you know something about that? Fury and Thor looked at each other. Thor took a deep breath before he spoke. Loki's blast gave Kendra's bag the powers of Mjolnir. Must be a Tuesday.
Brandon Hamilton, who requested the Fred voice from Scooby-Doo, says that your Shaggy impression was perfect.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Garfield?
Mm-mm.
Was that a
Pass.
Remember, I can't see you.
Sorry, I thought you heard my mm-mm. No.
I did, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell if you were drinking something and okay.
I was drinking
Or something.
Yes.
Gotcha. Scatman Carruthers as Hong Kong Phooey, or I forgot what other one they said that possibly. I only wrote down Hong Kong Phooey, but there was two that they wanted you to choose from.
Only other characters that come to mind are Hong Kong Phooey, Jazz, or
I think it was Jazz.
Halloran from The Shining.
Do Jazz.
Kendra wondered whether she was dreaming. Her day was getting weirder by the minute. She had to find Thor and figure out why her backpack seemed to have the same abilities as his hammer. But as she turned the corner by the bank, she heard an alarm and yelling from inside. 3 masked men burst out the bank doors and headed right for her. Kendra wanted to run, but she knew what she had to do. She slid her backpack off her shoulder and threw it in the air. It flew as straight as an arrow toward the bank robbers and knocked them down like bowling pins. 1, 2, 3. Instinctively, she reached out her arm, and the bag returned to her hand. Getting pretty good with that, Kendra, someone said with a deep voice behind her.
Frank Welker's Megatron.
Kendra turned slowly. Thor, you've protected a lot of people today, he said. How are you feeling? Pretty tired, actually, Kendra said. That kind of power can be a lot to manage, Thor said gravely. Especially without practice, added Nick Fury. Though for someone with no formal training, he trailed off, lost in thought.
Do a Tim Curry, not Pennywise, because Pennywise was requested later.
Thor smiled at Kendra. But you proved you have a brave and worthy heart, Kendra. Especially when you selflessly protected those children from Loki's blast this morning. That's why you could bear Mjolnir's weight and wield its power. But we need to get your bag to S.H.I.E.L.D. Labs to reverse the power transfer. Kendra nodded and handed the bag to him. We'll have this back to you soon, he promised. They began to walk away, but then Fury suddenly stopped and turned back to Kendra. Have you considered a career in fighting global threats against Fury, Thor interrupted. That can wait. We have to go now. Yes,
I've been asked to inform you
endangering the
that
lives of
there's
small children. Thank you, Fury.
I've been asked to inform you that there's a spider behind you that I can't see.
There's a spider behind me. Where?
I don't know.
Where is the spider?
Raven, there's a spider behind Bob. Inform him. You have been informed. He's not afraid of spiders, so he's not gonna, hoop and holler for you.
Well, if it lands on my face, then there might be some concern, but... Spider. I'm gonna guess it's Miles Morales because I'm not seeing it.
He's invisible.
Well,
Okay, anyway.
Well, wherever you are, little spider, don't freak me out, okay? Don't land on my face or nothing. Ah! One final voice for this story? What's that gonna be?
Cookie Monster.
Oh, the next morning, Kendra's backpack was waiting for her in the front hall. She picked it up. It felt normal again. She tried spinning it and throwing it, but it just landed with a pleasant thud a few feet away. When Kendra opened the backpack, she smiled. Inside the front pocket was a note. At that moment, Kendra decided maybe that had been the most excited day of her whole life. And the note read, "Great job, kid. We'll be in touch. Nick Fury, Shield."
Very good.
Maybe you want to leave saving the world to the professionals, Mr. Fury? Just saying.
Our final story in the story block
Was The Rise of a New Team.
Rise of a New Team, yes.
Let's see, where's that? That's the very last story here.
Oh, and someone just informed us that Frank Welker did the bratty voice for Mr. Mitz in Super Friends.
I can very easily see that.
So you did the Gilbert Godfrey voice for nothing.
No, I didn't know that he did Mr. and Mrs. Piglet in Super Friends. I didn't know he was even in that show. But yeah, I can totally see him doing it.
And who wrote and illustrated
Oh, pardon me.
Rise of a New Team?
Rise of a New Team was written by Clarissa Wong and illustrated by Andrea DeVito and Rochelle Rosenberg.
We're going to do a the Jeff Dunham character lineup, starting with Melvin.
Hi. Just as the newest Avengers were finishing their training exercises, they received a call from Nick Fury. Looks like the old-timers need some help, Fury said. S.H.I.E.L.D. had sent the Avengers to investigate a secret Hydra base, but they had all mysteriously disappeared at once. Yes! It's not like the Avengers to be missing in action, Falcon said. They headed out to look for their friends.
Oh, and the Avengers in this story are Falcon, Vision, Hawkeye, Quicksilver, who was wearing mostly green here for some reason, Scarlet Witch, and Black Widow. Sorry, who was next?
Peanut.
Peanut. When they arrived at the hidden Hydra base, the Avengers decided to take the enemy by surprise. Vision used his powers to float effortlessly through the wall. He appeared behind a Hydra guard. Vision tapped on the unsuspecting guard's left shoulder and then disappeared behind the wall again. Confused, the agent turned around and saw nothing, but then he felt a tap on his right shoulder. That time, he was startled to see Vision grinning back at him. Vision didn't stay friendly for long. Within seconds, he had taken out the agent. Don't you know?
Jose Jalapeno.
On a steak.
On a steak.
Just then, the rest of the Avengers joined the attack. Quicksilver dashed in before anyone could spot him. Hi there, nice to meet you. Quicksilver greeted his victims with a handshake before he knocked them out. Soon he was deep inside the base. On his stick.
And finally, Walter.
Shut the hell up! Dumbasses. Quicksilver's twin sister, Scarlet Witch, was someone else who should not be messed with. She used her magic to stop the Hydra agents from grabbing their weapons. Oh, wait a minute, boys, Scarlet Witch said. By then, Hydra knew it was under attack. Vision, Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch were surrounded and outnumbered. Suddenly, Falcon shot through the air and swooped in on them. With a mighty cry, he blasted his Flatjets? The hell is that? Flatjets. Got one for that, dumbass?
Are you ready for the next voice?
Next voice.
Harley Quinn.
Meanwhile, time was running out for Hawkeye and Black Widow. Falcon, Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch were only distracting Hydra so Hawkeye and Black Widow could slip in unnoticed. They had to find their friends. Hawkeye made sure to create a clear path for Black Widow by taking out any villains in their way. The coast was clear, and soon Black Widow was near a computer with the confidential files that would reveal the other Avengers' location. Next.
Next is Soundwave.
Ooh.
G1.
Sorry, I gotta throw this out there. What is up with Black Widow's arms? They're absolutely tiny. Soundwave?
Soundwave G1.
Quickly and carefully, she decoded the password and unlocked the files, but they had been spotted. A huge Hydra agent charged toward Black Widow. He was twice her size. Hawkeye was already fighting off Hydra agents by the door. Luckily, Black Widow was the type of person who could handle challenges herself, no matter how difficult. With a swift high kick, Black Widow put the agent on the ground, and she knew exactly where the Avengers were. Soundwave cannot read.
Now we need Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Though the Avengers had taken on an entire Hydra base, they were in for even bigger trouble. Their friends were locked in Ultron's hidden lab. All along, Hydra had been helping Ultron take down the Avengers. Ultron planned to brainwash the Avengers into working for him. It was a good thing that the new team of Avengers had assembled. Aha! 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 Aha!
Can you do Cleveland Brown from Family Guy? I'm not familiar.
Gotta point out Ultron sitting on his throne very much like Thanos here. No, sorry, not my time yet. Cleveland Brown?
Yes. I'm not familiar. I don't watch Family Guy.
Yeah, I got him.
All I know of Family Guy is from what you've told me.
Black Widow discovered that Ultron was hiding deep underground. He had built an army of sub-Ultrons, miniature versions of himself, and they all went beep, boop, beep, so no one could get to him or his captives. I have a plan. We have to act fast, but it just might work, Black Widow said. Well, it's a good thing I'm here, said Quicksilver, smirking. Black Widow and Hawkeye took the lead and snuck into Ultron's hideout. Together, they took down the guards on the ground. Hey, hey, hey!
Let's have a little Barney, please.
God.
Falcon waited patiently for the signal from the super spies. Finally, it was time. Oh boy! Just before Black Widow and Hawkeye approached the troop of Subaltrons, Falcon jumped in. He opened his wings and dove right into the thick of their ranks from behind. The Subaltrons didn't even hear Falcon coming until he had fired his fletchets. Again with the fletchets. What the hell are those, boys and girls?
By the way, Pike Miles says he is impressed with your range of vocal impressions.
Thank you, Pike.
And Chaotic Neutral said when you did Soundwave's voice, they imagined the Soundwave reading that as a story to Rumble and Frenzy.
Oh man, I'm never gonna get rid of that image now.
I'm writing something down. The next voice
Now
is...
do it with the voices!
Okay, fine.
Let's have some Adam West Batman.
Finally, the Avengers surrounded the sinister Ultron. You believe I cannot defeat all 6 of you? I crushed the original Avengers. I won't take too long to crush the new recruits, Ultron laughed. Don't be so sure of yourself, Scarlet Witch said through gritted teeth. "The next time you see your friends, they will be working for me," Ultron roared. With everything they had, the Avengers charged at Ultron! Next.
Fozzie Bear.
Ah! Quicksilver ducked away from the lightning. He had to act fast before Ultron realized what was happening. Earlier, Scarlet Witch had used her powers to find out where Ultron had locked up their friends. Quicksilver raced to free them. "Are you guys okay?" Quicksilver asked. "Yes! Pull that lever over there! It will turn off the electrical wave seatbelt. But an alarm will sound," Cap shouted. "The rest are taking care of that metal maniac right now," Quicksilver replied. "Yeah, and the rest of us are taking care of you!"
Oh, what a compliment!
What's that?
Someone said, "Rest in peace, Adam West. You live on through Bobsheaux here."
Oh
Aww.
my god.
Thank you. That was Darth Madeira.
Darth Madeira. Oh, no. I'm not Adam West. I can't be Adam West.
But you
No.
do a good tribute.
I do a good tribute, but no.
Yeah. Now, I've never seen this movie, but I'm pretty sure it's an Adam Sandler character.
Uh-oh.
Whitey from 8 Crazy Nights? Is that an Adam Sandler character?
I think it is, but because I haven't seen the movie, I'm saying skip it.
Okay, let's just do some Adam Sandler then.
On the other side of the building, Ultron heard the alarm go off. Soon Cap, Thor, Hulk, and Quicksilver joined the fight. Ultron looked around. His entire army of subaltrons had been destroyed. He was the only one left. He could barely handle 6 Avengers, and now the entire team was ready for battle. Oh no! Ultron
I love
knew-
your Adam Sandler.
Ultron knew he would lose that fight. There was only one thing left to do. He blasted a hole to his secret getaway. "This will not be the last time we meet," he snarled before disappearing. Final page.
The Penguin. It doesn't say which one.
We'll mix it up. First, a little bit of Burgess Meredith, then Danny DeVito.
Oh, wait, what? You're forgetting Robin Lord Taylor. He's an amazing penguin. You can do a good one of him.
I am forgetting Robin Lord Taylor. Excuse me.
You gotta do all 3.
I gotta do all 3, yes. Though Ultron had escaped, all the Avengers were happy everyone was safe and reunited again. Nick Fury was glad to have everyone back together. "You see what teamwork can do," he told the Avengers. But the Avengers all knew how important it was to work together and help one another when help was needed. After all, they were a team. A new team of Avengers. But there was no team without Iron Man. "Where's Iron Man?" Vision asked as they started to head back to the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier. "We thought he was with you!" Thor said as he glanced around. "No, we thought he was with you and Ultron," Hawkeye said, shaking his head. "Where could the invincible Iron Man be?" Oh, sorry, we got one more page here. Last one.
The last voice?
Last voice of this book.
Rainbow Dash.
Pass. Sorry.
As Jasper from The Simpsons?
Far, far away, up past the clouds and the stars, where it was calm and peaceful, Iron Man was tinkering away. Suddenly, he was interrupted by a call. "It's the Avengers. They want to know your location," Jarvis notified Iron Man. "Okay, hold on a sec." Iron Man made his final tweak to the Stark satellite. "I think this should do the trick. Finally, I can get Wi-Fi in outer space," he said with a grin. Really?
Celeste, it is coming.
That's-
It will be in with the bonus book. That voice will be with the bonus book, but it is coming. It's one of my favorites. I assure you he's going to do it.
So we have a story about a new team of Avengers rising to the challenge and saving the old established team, and it ends with Iron Man fixing one of his Stark satellites, so now he gets Wi-Fi in space. That's paddling. So there we have it. 4 stories from 5-minute Avengers stories. What do you guys think? Pardon me. We all having a good time?
I think everybody is. And now you can reveal the bonus book. And the first voice is the first voice.
The first voice is the first voice, okay, of Star Wars ABC-3PO.
This was sent by one of his fans.
Yes,
And I'm drawing a blank. Who sent it?
I was going to say, I'm suddenly kicking myself for not looking into that before sitting down. I'm sorry.
My goodness.
And by the way, I got to get on editing my mail videos, which are just sitting by waiting for me to get to.
But this is going to be so cool.
But my loyal fan who sent me this book, thank you so much. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we forgot to write down who it was that sent it. He gets a lot of stuff, but thank you very much.
Sorry,
he sent this and several other books, if I remember correctly.
Yes. But the first voice for this is who, baby?
Oh, Bradley Walker says sent by me.
Bradley Walker, thank you so much.
Thank you for sending this. This is going to be so funny.
Yes, and I'm sorry that the mail video is going to be out a little bit after this live stream here, so it's not going to make a whole lot of chronological sense. But we did open your mail, and we did enjoy it, and we're going to enjoy it, so thank you very much.
So the first voice, of course, needs to be C-3PO.
Hello.
Did you ever say who it was written and illustrated by?
Oh, do forgive me. I am drawing a blank here. It is written by Calliope Glass and Caitlin Kennedy, and it is written by Katie Cook. And it is quite the amusing read. Hello, I am C-3PO, Human-Cyborg Relations. I am fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. Welcome to an adventure in rhyme and space. Oh my. And as you can see, this was published right in the wake of The Force Awakens, with his special red arm that he was so proud of, and which was subsequently ditched in the next episode. So, oops. Sorry, the red arm is no longer canon.
So, are we ready for the first voice?
There's a very particular voice, but no. I won't do that voice. I will do the voice for the illustration, but the reading needs to be something else.
Okay. Gonzo.
Gonzo, reading A for Akbar. Poor Akbar. He tried. It really wasn't his fault. Blame those Empire thugs. It was total assault. Unseen and unplanned for, he didn't know what to do. So he yelled, "It's a trap!" And the phrase stuck like glue. And here we can see a couple of eager Star Wars fans saying, "Say it! Say the thing!" And Akbar is saying, "I don't want to say the thing!" I don't know how this line got so frickin' popular.
Rizzo.
Fine. It's a trap! Happy!
Rizzo the rat.
B for Boba Fett. A bounty hunter with a jetpack to boot. Where did Boba Fett find such a suit? Tougher than nails, he never ever fails. Unless there's a Sarlacc. Oh, shoot. And here we can see him being dragged into the Sarlacc pit. Yes, people, this is the most popular character in the Star Wars franchise, who says nothing, does nothing, and, as is pointed out by Robot Chicken, goes out like a punk. Yeah, I don't really care about Boba Fett.
The next voice, how's your Wallace from Wallace and Gromit?
I can give that a go, and that's very appropriate for this one. C for C-3PO. He once called Chewbacca a flea-bitten furball, and R2 a fat glob of grease. For a protocol droid, his manners are awful. His grumblings never quite cease. But 3PO's got a heart of gold, and possibly iron or chrome. Either way, he's begrudgingly loyal, so he'll follow wherever you roam.
Very good.
Wait for me!
And now is a huge change of pace. Eric Cartman.
Oh, God damn it! D is
for droids. Droids may be machines, but they have oh so much heart. Ever present, brave, and true, their loyalty sets them apart. R2-D2 never ceases to amaze. He's truly the hero. He deserves all the praise. BB-8 is another small little friend. Be it through thick or thin, he'll follow you to the end. And Chopper, well, Chopper just does what he wants. But he does come in handy if you can handle his taunts.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing that Chopper here, this yellow astro droid, is from like Star Wars Rebels or something. Haven't seen it, but he's poking BB-8 in his head, which is nice, I guess. You're a jerk, Chopper. Oh, and of course we got this little mouse droid here who's totally confused. Next voice.
Next voice is Eddie Izzard.
E is for Ewoks, yeah. Ewoks are tricky. They seem fluffy and cute, but if they attack, you might want to scoot. Sure, they like stories of feasts in the night, but don't get too close now. They've been known to bite. In heels as well, yeah. Ewoks, they put babies on spikes. Want a rack of baby? They got babies on racks.
Okay, let's have our two Depps. I mean, our two Wonkas, Depp and Wilder.
F is for Finn. Finn was a stormtrooper, but he had to cut loose. This Kylo guy's evil, he'd come to deduce. Plus his boss was a real pain in the armor. Phasma was hardly what you'd call a charmer. I'll just finish up with classic Wonka here. So off Finn flew in a stolen black tie. Good riddance, First Order. Good day and goodbye.
You lose! Good day, sir!
And how about some Kermit the Frog?
I said I was gonna do Depp Wonka next, but then Kermit the Frog would be really good
Oh,
for
I'm
this
sorry.
one,
Yeah,
too.
I'm sorry.
I'll do Kermit for this and save it, and save Depp Wonka for a later one.
Do it for the next one.
G is for Greedo. Going somewhere solo? I see right through that grin. You hate knowing the odds, but here's one you won't win. This bounty is mine, of that I am sure. I can't wait to take you to Jabba's front door. It's not easy being Greedo.
Next,
Let's do Wonka's Depp.
Depp Wonka.
H is for Han Solo. A cantina in Mos Eisley, smoky, dim, and loud. In a corner, there's a smuggler, scruffy, cool, and proud. He owes Jabba money, and Greedo's well aware, but Han just draws his blaster and ends the whole affair. And Han shot first, damn it.
How's your Ferb?
Pass.
Yeah. Lily from A&O?
I is for IG-88. Middle skin, tall and thin, a droid who seeks but rarely speaks. Can't he find the one assigned? Darth Vader's not the forgiving kind.
Next.
So sad. You did Pinky. How about some Brain?
Yes. J is for Jabba. On the planet of Tatooine, in a palace none too clean, lived Jabba the Hutt, a creature whose gut was as giant as Jabba was mean. The slimy knave made Leia his slave, and with that his end was foreseen. Next.
Inspector Gadget.
Yes, Maurice LaMarche, followed up by Maurice LaMarche. Nice. K is for Kylo. Kylo, you're crazy! You've got to be kidding! A three-bladed lightsaber helps you do your bidding? Come now, be civil. Have one blade or two. 3 is just cocky. We all know it's true. And true enough, here we have Kylo Ren just kind of being judged by Vader and Maul. Like, really? Really? That's just showing off, guys. Come on.
Next voice, Patrick Stewart.
Oh, if only he was there for the letter B. L is for Luke and Leia. Luke Skywalker was an only child. At least that's what he concluded. All alone in a desert with nothing to do, he just sat around and brooded. Meanwhile, in a palace fine, did Leia grow up in hiding. Strong, smart, and capable, and over the Senate presiding. But after many years it was clear they were destined for greater things. Luke as a Jedi, and Leia a general. But best of all as siblings. Oh. And I think this might be the only image of Alderaan before they blew it up. You know, fun. Next.
Here we go. Phalus.
You guys just love me doing Phalus, don't you?
You do a good Phalus.
M is for Millennium Falcon. This bucket of bolts, this hunk of junk, she jostles and jolts from cockpit to trunk. But Han wasn't lying, she's the best at flying, until she breaks down with a clunk.
How's your Ursula the Sea Witch?
Pass.
Rocco?
N is for Nine Nub. It's Rebels versus the Empire, a final showdown at last. Lando's flying the Falcon, along with a friend from the past. Nine Nub's been flying for ages. He's a good guy through and through. Though with a laugh and a well-timed blast, he bids his enemies adieu.
All while laughing. Next.
First, you need to answer a question. Apparently, there is a raven on someone's backyard fence that is at risk. Bob, what's your favorite music genre? If you say mainstream music, I'm going to shoot that raven on my fence in my backyard with my rifle. Choose wisely. That's terrible.
I don't think mainstream is a genre, exactly.
It might not be a genre, but it's definitely not something you're familiar with, so that's not his favorite.
No, my favorite style of music is movie scores. I mostly listen to that with a little bit of Weird Al on the side.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's weird. I love it. I don't know who Troy Baker is. Can you do Troy Baker?
No.
Albert Wesker?
Nope.
Okay. Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Jedi in a hut. Hermit hiding, waiting, but... Jedi, look, a droid is coming. Rolling, beeping, flashing, humming. Jedi, R2's loyalty brings a plea from royalty. Jedi, Princess Leia calls. Will you leave the desert? Or will you leave these desert walls? I don't know. Is the poem gonna suck my balls?
Oh my god!
Ah, that's what that was weird.
Thanos.
Pass.
Jonah Jameson?
Oh boy.
Does he have a distinctive voice?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
P is for Poe. He's the best there is at flying through space. Makes no mistake, Poe Dameron's an ace. He's a pilot for the Resistance and fights first order ties. It's his mission in life to take down the bad guys. So if ever you're in need of a helping hand, just find the black ship with the bright orange band. And bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Top Cat?
Pass.
Are you familiar with Howie Mandel and Bobby's World?
Oh dear.
I love that one.
Q is for Qui-Gon Jinn. In a galaxy far, far away, on one fateful Tatooine day, a powerful Jedi named Qui-Gon Jinn met a little kid named Anakin. Jedi training was Qui-Gon's plan to raise the boy into a man. For Anakin's sense of the Force was so strong, What could possibly ever go wrong?
I wonder. That was weird.
And the next one is Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle. M is for Mary Sue. Oh wait, sorry, I got that wrong. R is for Ray.
Ray was a scavenger, hard and yet spry. She could fight off 6 Tito's without batting an eye. But she was stuck on Jakku, alone in the sun, for years by herself, till hope she had none. Then one afternoon Ray had such good luck, she met a little round droid who was rather stuck. Ray cut BB-8 free from the net right away, and the two have been friends since that very day. I'm the voice of a little boy, I am.
Bane.
Which one?
Your choice, apparently, because they weren't specific.
I'll do this one, the classic comics Bane, and then move on to the one you probably want me to do.
Okay, well, do them both for the same thing, if you can. Because there's a limited number of pages left, and...
There is, yes, you're right. S is for Stormtroopers. What is hiding under that expressionless white mask? Stormtrooper, what are you thinking, is the question I'd like to ask.
Do stormtroopers smile? Do stormtroopers cry? Is a stormtrooper a person or just a bad guy? One thing is for sure, believe it or not. A stormtrooper's usually a terrible shot.
As it shows a beleaguered stormtrooper not hitting any part of a bullseye. And
Celeste Heron is trying to get you killed.
And sorry, is a stormtrooper a person? Yes, I'm sorry, clones are people too. And even scum and villainy are people. Sorry, who's trying to get you, themselves
Celeste Heron is trying to get you killed.
Why is that?
Can you please do Emma Watson as Belle?
Let's
do it.
see, is there anything that I'm wearing that I could take off as a means of protest?
I'm gonna hang up on you, and you're gonna be on your own for this stream. Do Jar Jar Binks.
Yes, that'll get the Raven back on my side.
Oh, J is for TIE Fighter. Where are they coming from? How could this be? Just when you hit one, another 2 come. No, 3! Oh my god! Do evil forces have an unlimited budget? It would seem so, if you could count them and judge it. TIE after TIE gets blasted to bits, yet there's always another to join in the blitz. Lisa gonna die!
Can you do Wally West or Barry from The Flash?
Pass.
Barney Rubble.
U is for Unkar Plutt. The junk boss of Jakku is Unkar Plutt, but he seems like a wannabe Jabba the Hutt. From his gut to his greed, he's the waste of his breed, yet he reigns, so don't try to rebut. Oh, gee, Fred, it's bad when even the book is pointing out that Episode 7 was just ripping off the other films.
How many more pages do you have?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you interested in going through the C-3PO book one more time, or do you want to just do it once?
What time we got?
It's not quite 12.
Not quite 12.
And we didn't actually start doing the reading until 10:30.
That is true. What do you guys think? One more go of the ABC 3PO after this?
Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more voices. And I'm sure we can come up with a few more to make it through the whole 26.
Oh, probably.
What do you think, guys? One more time after this one? it's going to take a minute for the answers to show up. So in the meantime, read the next one as Darth Vader.
Oh, wow, that's good. V is for Vader. Most folks would rather jump in a Sarlacc pit than ever hang out with Darth Vader. He's even less charming and much more alarming than a ticked-off Tusken Raider. Just look at Luke when he found out the truth. Sure, losing a hand is a bother, but a missing appendage is no big deal compared with... I didn't actually say this, but Luke, I am your father.
No!
Quit threatening that Raven, or I'm not going to take any more of your suggestions.
Let the Raven be, come on.
Yeah, it was funny the first time. Now it's just, kind of not.
Yeah.
Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Okay, the next voice will be Emperor Palpatine.
W is for Wookiee. A Wookiee makes the best co-pilot and friend. They're loyal and protective to the absolute end. Although they seem sweet with all of that fur. Underestimate them and oh, the wrath you'll incur. Chewbacca, for example, is deadly indeed. He might rip off your arms, so please do take heed. But trust me when I say Wookiees aren't all that bad. Just let them win at Dejeric, and don't make them mad. Good.
Brandon Bobsheaux is not a fan of Supernatural, so he won't be able to do Dean Winchester. I am a huge fan. I have not stopped crying since they announced that season 15 would be the last season. It's not enough. I need more Supernatural. Not enough. Okay. Dick Grayson.
Holy X-Wing Batman! A fighting pair, droid and human, astromech and rebel crewman. X-Wings need two to fly, two to climb and touch the sky. Evil forces these ships condemn, all thanks to those who pilot them. Next.
Lando Calrissian.
Y is for Yoda. Small he might seem, and green he may be, but Yoda is smart, don't you agree? He's the wisest of sages, a Jedi Knight for the ages, and train you he will, if you plead. Beep boop.
Jim Cummings.
Anyone in particular?
No idea.
Jim Cummings.
Tell me who you're going to do and I'll write it down.
I already did Tigger. Who else does he do? I think he does Winnie the Pooh also, doesn't he?
I don't know. This is not my forte. I just take notes and throw voice suggestions at you.
The last page, I'll just do Pooh. Any objections?
No objections. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah, there we are. No.
Really?
Yes, really. Come on, I had to.
Oh, Bonkers. Do you know who Bonkers is?
God, I haven't seen it in so long.
Just do Winnie the Pooh
It's
then.
Winnie the Pooh, sorry.
Z is for Zeb. Zeb has a temper, but I wouldn't test it. As Ezra can tell you, you'd learn to regret it. A Lestat at birth and warrior by trade. Zeb is a rebel, ready to come to your aid.
Goodness gracious me. Finished already? You're quite clever, you know, for a human being. Yeah, thank you for the negging there. And that was the end of that.
All right, so now we're going to start over at the beginning of the C-3PO book. ABC-3PO.
ABC-3PO. Which I'm going to have to donate to my super Star Wars nerd brother when we're done here.
Oh, yes.
He'll love reading this to his kids.
Discord?
Pass.
Pass. Watto.
Hey, for Akbar. Poor Akbar. He tried. It really wasn't his fault. Blame those Empire thugs. It was a total assault. Unseen and unplanned for, he didn't know what to do. So he yelled, "It's a trap!" And the phrase, "She stuck like glue."
Again, I don't want to say the thing. Leave me alone.
Quagmire.
Alright. B is for Boba Fett. A bounty hunter with a jetpack to boot. Where did Boba Fett find such a suit? Tougher than nails, he never ever fails, unless there's a Sarlacc. Oh, shoot! Oh!
Homer Simpson.
C for C-3PO. He once called Chewbacca a flea-bitten furball, and R2 a fat glob of grease. For a protocol droid, his manners are awful. His grumblings never quite cease. But 3PO's got a heart of pure gold, or possibly iron or chrome. Either way, he's begrudgingly loyal, so he'll follow wherever you roam.
Chris Redfield.
Pass.
Yoda.
Droids D for is. Machines be droids, but they have so much heart. Ever present, brave and true, their loyalty sets them apart. R2-D2, for example, never ceases to amaze. And truly the hero he is. All the praise he deserves. That doesn't quite rhyme, does it? Okay, read normal I will. BB-8 is another small little friend. Be it through thick or thin, he'll follow you to the end. And Chopper, well, Chopper will do what he wants. But he does come in handy, if you can handle his taunts.
Michael Rosen.
Pass.
The Critic, Jay Sherman.
E for Ewoks. Ewoks are tricky. They seem fluffy and cute, but if they attack, you might want to scoot. Sure, they like stories and feasts in the night, but don't get too close now. They've been known to bite! Thank you!
Rob Paulson.
Pass.
Caldor Drago.
Pass.
See, I don't know any of these. I'm sorry. Bill Murray's Baloo.
Pass. Was Bill Murray Baloo in the...
I don't know.
Huh.
Okay, I'm going to choose one since you've passed the last three. I'm going to pick one from the list that no one else picked.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. No, I've been wanting to get these. You do a very good one of this, and no one suggested it. Bob Ross.
F is for Finn. Finn was a stormtrooper, but he had to cut loose. This Kylo guy is evil, he'd come to deduce. Plus his boss was a real pain in the armor. Phasma was hardly what you'd call a charmer. So off Finn flew in a stolen black tie. Good riddance, First Order. Good day and goodbye. See, he flew off in this happy little black stolen TIE fighter here. So just put the wings on the ends of this pod here, and there you go. He's off to go fight the First Order.
And Captain Jack Sparrow.
G's for Greedo, savvy? Going somewhere solo? I see right through that grin. You hate knowing the odds, but here's one you won't win. This bounty is mine, of that I'm sure. I can't wait to take you to Jabba's front door. Eh?
Tintin?
Pass.
Popeye.
H is for Han Solo. A cantina Mos Eisley, smoky, dim, and loud. In the corners there's a smuggler, scruffy, cool, and proud. Heals Jabba money, and Greedo is well aware, but Han just draws his blaster and ends the whole affair.
Snape.
I is for IG-88. Metal skin, tall and thin. A droid who seeks, but barely speaks. Can he find the one assigned? Darth Vader's not the forgiving kind. They kept on saying, bother, bother.
Gordon Ramsay?
J is for Jabba, you donkey! On the planet of Tatooine, in a palace none too clean, lived Jabba the Hutt, a creature whose gut was as giant as Jabba was mean. The slimy knave made Leia a slave, and with that, his end was foreseen! Thank you.
Very cool. He's already done Harley Quinn, Claire. Let's see. Goofy.
Gosh, K is for Kylo. Kylo, you're crazy. You got to be kidding. A three-bladed lightsaber helps you do your bidding? Come now, be civil. Have one blade or two. 3 is just cocky. We all know that it's true.
Good. Yakko?
We already did him, actually.
Okay. Alright. Boris from Rocky and Bullwinkle?
L is for Luke and Leia, as opposed to Moose and Squirrel. Luke Skywalker was an only child, at least that's what he'd concluded. All alone in a desert with nothing to do, he just sat around and brooded. Meanwhile, in a palace fine, did Leia grow up in hiding, strong, smart, and capable, and over the Senate presiding. But after many years it was clear, they were destined for greater things. Luke as a Jedi, and Leia a general, but best of all as siblings.
Magneto.
M is for Magneto, you fool. That was for the Millennium Falcon. This bucket of bolts, this hunk of junk, she jostles and jolts from cockpit to trunk. But Han wasn't lying. She's the best at flying, until she breaks down with a clunk.
Mr. Rogers.
And as for Nine Nub, it's Rebels versus the Empire. A final showdown at last. Lando's flying the Falcon, along with a friend from the past. Nine Nub's been fighting for ages, though a good guy. He's a good guy through and through. Though with a laugh and a well-timed blast, he bids his enemies adieu.
Very good.
And
Marvin
it's also
the
for
Martian.
neighbor, you know.
Marvin the Martian.
O is for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Jedi in a hut, hermit hiding, waiting, but Jedi, look, a droid is coming, rolling, beeping, flashing, humming. That makes me very angry. Jedi R2's loyalty, bring a plea from royalty. Jedi Princess Leia calls, will you leave these desert walls?
Mickey Mouse.
P is for Paul. He's the best there is at flying through space. Make no mistake, Paul Dameron's an ace. He's a pilot for the Resistance and fights First Order ties. It's his mission in life to take down the bad guys. So if ever you're in need of a helping hand, just find the black ship with a bright orange band. Because, you know, I own the ball now.
Christopher Walken.
Q is for Qui-Gon Jinn. In a galaxy far, far away, on one fateful Tatooine day, a powerful Jedi named Qui-Gon Jinn met a little kid named Anakin. Jedi training was Qui-Gon's plan to raise the boy into a man. For Anakin's sense of the Force was so strong, what could possibly ever go wrong?
Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
R is for Rey. Rey was a scavenger, hardened yet spry. She could fight off 6 Cheetos without batting an eye. But she was stuck on Jakku, alone in the sun, for years by herself, till hope she had none. Then one afternoon, Rey had such good luck, she met a little round droid who was rather stuck. Ray cut BB-8 free from the nets right away, and the two had been friends since that fateful day. Next.
Foghorn Leghorn.
S, I say S is for stormtroopers. What is hiding underneath that expressionless white mask? Stormtrooper, what are you thinking, boy? Is the question I'd like to ask. Do stormtroopers smile? Do stormtroopers cry? Is a stormtrooper a person or just a bad guy? One thing is for sure, believe it or not, a stormtrooper's usually, I say, a terrible shot. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn there, boy.
Shrek.
T is for TIE Fighter. Where are they coming from? How can this be? Just when you hit one, another two come. No, three. Do evil forces have an unlimited budget? It would seem so, if you count them and judge it. TIE after TIE gets blasted to bits, yet there's always another to join in the blitz. Wow, I'm doing a lot of Scottish voices this time around, aren't I?
I'm not complaining at all. Okay, here's one that's not Scottish. Carl from Sling Blade.
You was for Ungar Plut. Young boss of Jakku is Ungar Plut, but he seems like a wannabe Jabba the Hutt. From a gut to his greed, the worst of his breed. Yeah, he reigns, so don't try to rebut. Nope, don't want to do that. Even when he's got mashed potatoes.
Biscuits and mustard. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons?
Excellent. V is for Vader. Most folks would rather jump in the Sarlacc pit than ever hang out with Darth Vader. He's even less charming and much more alarming than a ticked-off Tusken Raider. Just look at Luke when he found out the truth. Sure, losing his hand is a bother, but a missing appendage is no big deal compared with Luke, I am your father.
No, sir, that's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true, Smithers.
No.
Oh my goodness. Can you do the Martian from Mars Attacks?
W for Wookiee. A Wookiee makes the best co-pilot and friend. They're loyal and protective to the absolute end. Although they seem sweet with all of that fur, underestimate them and oh the wrath you'll incur. Chewbacca, for example, is deadly indeed. He might rip off your arms, so please do take heed. But trust me when I say Wookiees aren't all that bad. Just let them wing at Jarek, and don't make them mad.
Gollum.
X is for X-Wings. A fighting pair droid and human, astromech and rebel crewman. X-Wings need two to fly. Two to climb to touch the skies. Evil forces is these ships condemns. All thanks to those who pilot them.
Hank Hill.
Y is for Yoda. Small he might seem, and green he may be, but Yoda is smart, don't you agree? He's the wisest of sages, a Jedi Knight for the ages, and train you he will if you plead. Oh, dear God.
And for the last voice, I'm going to say it's Lady's Choice, and I'm going to pick it. Let's see.
Whoa.
Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Which one do I want?
Oh no.
You do so many good ones. Oh, Homestar Runner.
Z is for Zeb. Zeb has the temple, but I wouldn't test it. As Ezra can tell you, you'd learn to regret it. Unless at both and a warrior by trade, Zeb is a rebel. ready to come to your aid. Right.
Very good.
So
Okay,
that was ABC 3PO, read by me, Homestead Wado. Some folks say I'm a terrific Weedle.
That was adorable.
Weedle. No, not a Weedle. I'm a Weedle. I'm reading books. Not as in I'm a Weedle.
For those of you who did not get your voice suggestions taken, and I know there's not many of you because I took a lot of them, but there is another chance tonight at what time Pacific time?
I think it was 5. Let me double check.
Yes, 5 o'clock. We changed it. It
Yes,
was
it was
7,
5.
but now it's 5.
It was 5 o'clock. Yes, that's right.
5 o'clock tonight Pacific time. We will be doing a repeat.
Yes.
All new, well, maybe not all new voices, but a lot of new voices show up. You know, you're welcome to attend both this one and the next one. And for you patrons, we are having another one with a whole different set of stories.
Should I show them what they are?
No.
No.
No, they need to subscribe for as little as $1 a month. Come on.
Yes,
But it's going to be good. You can
Come
tell
on,
them what
guys.
book. You can tell them what the book it's from.
Yes.
You already did on your announcement.
Yes. Please do tune in for the Patreon exclusive Storytime with Bobsheaux tomorrow, where I'll be checking out 5-minute Batman stories.
Woohoo! And 2 bonus books, which we're not revealing.
The Bat Tempts You.
It's gonna be so cool.
Come to this live stream.
And we've got, I think, about 5 minutes for any Q&A you guys want to do.
I'm down. Just, no opinions on movies or anything like that.
Right. Or are you going to review XYZ? He's not going to tell you that.
Nope, must be a surprise.
Yes.
Any questions coming up?
It takes a minute. There's lag in chat as well.
Stupid lag.
Yeah, when you were asking me that, you were still showing off the Batman books. There's a lot of lag here.
Oh boy.
Time tomorrow will be 5 p.m. Pacific time. That is the patron exclusive one.
Yes, the next 2 live streams, both public and patrons only, will be at 5.
Yes. We're trying different times because he asked for suggestions and no one suggested anything, so we're just kind of spitballing here.
Yes, if anybody has any suggestions for what would be a better time, because I want to try to reach as broad an audience as possible with these, then please do give me suggestions. Because I don't know what to do. Help me.
Have you read any of the Goosebumps books?
Ooh, not in years. But I remember this one of them, which was Choose Your Own Adventure, which was awesome. As was, I think it was The Haunted Mask 2? I think that was one of my favorites. I think the first one I had was Say Cheese and Die. Where,
Oh my goodness.
yes, you take a picture of someone and it, shows how they're gonna die or something. Awesome. Yeah, very Twilight Zone-y.
I think what the question is, would you, on one of these story times with Bobsheaux, would you ever do an Alpha and Omega book or a Land Before Time book?
If I found something which was not just a novelization of the movie, because I'm remembering that I do have a book of Alpha and Omega, but it's a retread of the entire film, which I could not do in the 2 hours that we have at our disposal here.
Right.
Unless, I don't know, maybe it would be a recurring thing where I read a couple of chapters for one stream and then continue with the next, like you guys are tuning in as I'm reading to you every night at bedtime. I don't know.
There's a question for me. Can Raven read a section next time in a voice or 2?
Ooh.
No.
No.
But we do have a plan for our Kickstarter, which we are going, not Kickstarter, our GoFundMe, which we are going to set up so that people can contribute and help us get together in August for our 5th anniversary.
Yes.
I'm hoping to go and spend 3 weeks. I might have to put him in my suitcase and bring him back with me because this has been hard. We haven't seen each other in it's been over 2 years now. It's now over 2
Someone
years.
stop her. She's kidnapping me. Help.
Yeah. But anyway, part of the planned reward tiers that we have is that we found a bunch of books that are it sounds like children's books, but it's obviously not. They're funny, and they're
bad.
They're so bad
They're
that they're
so
good.
bad.
I can't do voices, but I can do a dramatic reading of these hilarious, inappropriate, like bedtime stories for adults.
Do you wanna
One of
read
the
out-
most famous one is like "Go the F to Sleep."
I was gonna say, do you want to read off some of those titles, baby?
Oh gosh, that's the only one I have. Something about "Do you want to play with my balls" is another one, and
Someone's big hairy beaver.
yeah. Something about her hairy beaver and all. It's so funny.
So
And
wrong.
to look at it, if you have no clue about innuendo and double
And
entendre,
they-
you would think it was just a normal kid's story.
They are written and illustrated exactly like your standard children's book. There is nothing to suggest that this is an ironic book written for adults. And they are hilarious.
But yeah, that's going to be one of those. I'm going to do a live stream for people who contribute.
Yes.
When we get to a certain point, I'm going to do a live stream with several of those books.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do voices.
Yes.
I can't do impressions.
Well, that's not entirely true. You can do a couple of voices.
Not really.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
It's not what your clientele says.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. We're not discussing my clientele on your family-friendly stream.
No, we're just talking about your skills.
Are you planning on reviewing comics or books?
Yes, I do need to get back into comic reviewing because I do like to share the weird and obscure comics I find. Be sure to stay tuned for this year's free comic book month, where I will be looking at a wide selection of comics from last year. So, yes.
Or not just from last year.
No?
No. You've done them from several. You've mixed it up before.
Have I?
He ordered a big lot of free comic books. A big lot of comic books that were from various free comic book days off of eBay. That's how he got a lot of them.
I actually don't remember that being from various free comic book days, but okay, whatever. You're the one with a better memory than me.
But yeah, that's gonna free comic book month in May. That's gonna be done.
That's always a thing, yes.
Always a thing, yes. And he is going to try to incorporate the occasional comic book other than just in May, but it's not worked out
It
much.
just hasn't worked out as late.
Yeah.
I need to be more mindful of that.
Well, I mean, you're doing your best.
Yes.
You can't very well review a comic book for like this month, not free comic book.
But
Disney remake month.
yeah, not really. Unless
There's no
I was going to
comic
review
book
like the
list.
Nightmare Before Christmas comic, but different a kettle of fish. That.
Yeah, that's not really what you're doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
No, not really.
Let's see. Okay, I'm looking back here. Have you seen Creepshow?
I have seen Creepshow.
Are you reading any of the DC Rebirth comics?
On the topic of comic books, one thing I definitely need to showcase to you is Detective Comics 1000. Of which I had to show up for the midnight release at my local comic shop dressed up in my batsuit.
Nice.
But yeah, got to show off the stories within, got a handful of the variant covers on that, so yeah, that's the only Rebirth comic that I've seen, aside from this one issue of, I think it was Batman, where he's going on a double date with Superman, Lois Lane, and Catwoman. Kind of weird, but... am I regularly reading any Rebirth comics? No, I am not, because the New 52 just turned me off of modern DC comics quite substantially. If there are any titles that you would recommend, then by all means write them down and I'll give them a look-see. But no, at the moment I'm not reading any Rebirth. Anything good? Tell me about it.
Why do you like Mystery Science Theater MST3K? Blah, blah.
Because it's frickin' hilarious. What else is there to say? And And really, it does what a lot of us have only dreamed of doing, is actually like just talking back to the movie that we're watching and not getting yelled at for it. It's also and a lot of its charm also actually comes from how it was able to reach as broad an audience as it did, while coming from people who aren't in the entertainment industry, who have no ties to like big Hollywood producers or anything. They were able to broadcast from some little rinky-dink TV studio out of Minnesota, and that was somehow able to reach a national audience, not unlike what YouTubers are doing now through the internet, and using similar means of entertainment. They're riffing on movies. I'm riffing on movies and comics. Yes, they were very, very influential for, my particular sense of humor personally, and the future of entertainment outside of Hollywood. So yeah, good for you, MST3K. Good on you guys.
They're talking about Linkara and Atop the Fourth Wall, and that he has a new review and all. I don't know if there's a question in there, but I personally like Linkara. I don't know that much about his style, but I respect him as a person. And I know Bobsheaux is a big fan.
I am a big fan, although I have not seen Atop the Fourth Wall in a long time. I seriously need to catch up on that. Jeez, I think the most recent episode I've seen of his is from like 2 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm behind. I'm sorry, Linkara. I love you, but I gotta catch up.
Let's see. Without giving your opinion, have you seen Aquaman?
I have seen Aquaman.
Yes.
I don't know.
Now, I'm not going to review Aquaman, so I can tell you I thought it was awesome. But then again, Jason Momoa, so it couldn't go wrong for me. Shut up. Jason Momoa.
He didn't do a whole lot to save Batman v Superman. I am just swimming at the camera. Ooh.
You shut your face. Do not talk trash about Jason Momoa.
Yes, I have plenty of other crap about that movie to talk trash about. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. That about underrated films that may lean into the telling what you might be reviewing in the future, so can't do that.
Ask me the question, and I'll see if there's a way that I can answer it without telling anything.
Okay, are there any underrated films that you like?
Underrated films that I like. I suppose I can talk about movies that I've already reviewed. Couldn't I?
I think so.
I know that I'm in the extreme minority here, but I did like Catwoman for what it was. Would it have been much better as a movie about Selena Kyle prowling around through Gotham City? Very probably. But as an original concept, I enjoyed Catwoman for what it was. Let's see. Other underrated films that I've talked about. Mune, Guardian of the Moon. That deserves a much broader audience.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Nothing else is coming to mind right now, actually.
Why do you call Brad Garrett Ray Romano's brother? Because of Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah.
That's kind of a given. Yeah.
That's kind of who he is.
Well, I mean, it's not who he really is,
well,
but
no, but that's who most people
when you
know
think
him
of
as.
Brad Garrett, you think of Everybody Loves Raymond, and he was Ray's brother.
I think of either, Ray's brother or Fatso from Casper. That's pretty much it.
Would you ever consider reviewing The Labyrinth?
I could not say. Although I did not think that I would be on board to reviewing the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
I don't know.
New goal on Patreon.
I was-
If you get a certain amount, which we will come up with later, you will dress as David Bowie in Labyrinth, and you will review the movie.
I was gonna say, what if we made that one of my Patreon goals?
Oh, yes. Please.
Clean up on Isle Raven.
Oh, my goodness. Is it warm in here? But that is about the end of our time. I have to go and chauffeur one of my children
Yes.
to somewhere, and then I will be back to get started with my work day.
Yes, and then we will be back at 5 o'clock, so be sure to tune in once again for
Yes,
the follow-up
and it
to
will
this
not
live
be
stream.
nearly as rushed.
It will not be
So-
nearly as rushed, and I think I got it. I think I know how to live stream.
Yes,
Finally!
you didn't have any problems getting online, so yay. Good job, baby.
Yes, I did it.
But this was fun, guys. We hope
It
to see
was.
all of you at the 5 o'clock live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You want to come
And
back?
if you've
You
never
want
been
to read
to one of
these
the
with
patron
me?
exclusives, if you've never been to one of the patron exclusive live streams, we talk a little bit more. We get more voice suggestions in. We, it's a lot of fun. So definitely try to, like I said, $1 a month is all you need to be able
And
to
again,
attend
on
all
this-
these live streams.
And again, on this Patreon exclusive live stream, I'll be reading from 3 books instead of 2. So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. So we will see you at 5 o'clock, hopefully.
Indeed.
And until then,
See you guys
bye-bye.
later. Bye.